This is my first time back here at Six Flags St. Louis since my recent trip to Worlds of Fun. And if you saw my Worlds of Fun vlog, then you know that I think that park could use some help, especially in the operations department. I think that Six Flags St. Louis has much better dispatches on some of the coasters than the ones that Worlds of Fun do. And let's hope that the hopefully quicker ops make today a more pleasant experience than Worlds of Fun was, because Worlds of Fun was frustrating. This park normally doesn't frustrate me too much. So we unfortunately have from 11 to 6 today, so they're open 1 hour less than they usually were the past few weeks. But that shouldn't stop me from having a good time, so let's go in and have some fun. Breeze wasn't running quite as fast as it was on my last time, at least for that first test run. Let's see how it runs today. Awesome, Blue Train first try of the day, just the way I like it. Wonder how Screaming Eagle will hold up to a Timberwolf, because I think those are the closest two I can compare, because I can't compare this ride to Prowler, because American Thunder's that obvious comparison. But I'll ride American Thunder and Batman to see how they compare to other rides I've done recently. 2 back-to-back rides on Screaming Eagle done, and that airtime was not as good as Timberwolf's airtime. Then again, I think Timberwolf had a more loose restraint system, even though they're both PTC lap bars, and Eagle was running a little slow. But that being said, it felt like it was running a lot faster on round 2 than it was on round 1. And interestingly enough, the second ride is when I got the Zen ride on it, because the first ride someone else showed up, but then they got off, so I stayed on for a second round and got a Zen ride. So I feel like it needs some time to warm up, and I'd like to check back later if I can, but I'm not sure. For now, I'm gonna go back down towards Boss and make that my next ride of the day, because that's what I always do. Although I haven't seen it test recently, so hopefully it's open by now, but if not, I might have to wait a while. Otherwise, I might just come back later, because I don't have a lot of time, because the park's open an hour less today. They're open until 6 tonight, so we don't have much time to wait around if it's not gonna open for a while. Boss is open, it looks like, so let's go ride this now and see if we can get a trimless ride on it, but I'm not sure if that'll happen or not. I think it really depends on how many trains or what train they're running, because Eagle had 1 train going, and I wouldn't be surprised if Boss has 1 as well. Yellow train's on the transfer track, so it looks like green train's running today. Did 2 laps on the Boss, including first ride of the day on it, and I did once in the front, once in the second to back, and neither of them was trimless. They were both trimmed despite the train being fairly empty. Especially my second ride in the back. Like, I thought for sure we'd get a trimless ride, but nope, there wasn't any trimless ride there, but that's unfortunate. I'll check back up at Boss later to see if it's running any faster, because it was also running a little bit slower. So I think Mambo was running better, because I feel like that would be the closest thing I can compare Boss to, would be Mambo, because both of them are speed and airtime machines in my opinion, and I think for today Mambo did it a little bit better than Boss did, so that's all right. I'm gonna go back down towards Justice League and get a start on that, because as of now, I'm at 835. I want to shoot for 850 at the least for today. And knowing how good I've been doing, I'll probably way overshoot it, but it's still a reasonable goal to shoot for. So let's head down to Justice League and get my maxing on. Just got my first max score on the day, but it broke down while I was on it. But that didn't stop me. I got stuck. Actually, it was a weird how it happened. Basically, I got stuck right after the second screen. Like, one of the doors to go into LexCorp opened, the other did not. I'm like, okay, what's going on here? And then a few seconds later after that, the second door opened, and I proceeded to LexCorp, and then I got stuck. And then I hear that the ride's having issues. So they're down right now, and now Freeze is running really fast looking, so I'm gonna hop on that. And instead of overlaunching, I want to ride the front row on it first, because that row is apparently ridiculous for overlaunch. Like, oh my gosh, it's way up there. So let's see how good the front row is first, and then I'll try back row in a little bit. But I gotta do front row first when I was running like this. That was some of the worst stapling I've ever gotten on any coaster. Like, I was already locked in, and then one of the ride ops literally crushes me into my seat as hard as he could, and I was in pain on the whole ride from it. It was so bad. Like, my thighs are really sore from that now. Might need to hold off on this one until later. Plus, it was not overlaunching, which is unfortunate. I'm gonna check Justice League now, see if it's back open, because I saw it was closed after I got stuck on it. Just maxed out Justice League again, and I'm gonna get some footage of these coasters now, and then get back on in just a few minutes. I'm gonna get Freeze and maybe Boss too if I can see it running, but might ride Freeze again, but I'm gonna focus on filming it for right now. And then I'll hop on Justice League for round 3 and then go somewhere else after I film Freeze for a little bit.
Don't go on it.
Freeze hasn't launched any trains in a while, and I wonder why that is. My gut tells me it's because they're starting up Thunder River, which you can kind of see over here, but there's not much action on this side. And I bet that because Freeze and Thunder River, I believe, share the same power source, I don't think they would run Mr. Freeze while they're starting up Thunder River in case. So I'm not sure whether or not launching trains right now, but in the meantime, I'll go do something different for now. This is the first for me. I've never seen them start up Thunder River before. This is actually really cool. Just like that, it's gotten a lot louder all of a sudden. It used to be really quiet, now it's really loud. So that's actually pretty cool. I've never seen it do this before until now. Max it late 4th screen. Let's try and do better this time. I keep maxing it in the 4th screen. That's usually a lot later than what I usually do. Usually I get it no later than 3rd screen, but I've been consistently struggling with maxing it earlier on as of late today. Now, to be fair, I have been getting put in the back of the vehicle a lot, and I usually do really well at front, so maybe that's why. But I need to start maxing it a lot earlier in the ride if I want to get higher scores and possibly getting a double max to get to 900 a lot quicker. Even on my first ride up front this morning, it wasn't as good, but to be fair, I did get stuck, so that probably helped out with not getting it. But it was just frustrating when you're usually doing so good for the first few bits of the ride, and then you're struggling. I'm still maxing it, so I'm not necessarily complaining about it, but I really have seen better, and I will most likely do better as the day goes on. I need to hop on Pandemonium at some point to see how it compares to Spinning Dragons over at Worlds of Fun. Even if the riding experience I get on Pandemonium might not be as good as Spinning Dragons, one thing for sure is I know for a fact the airline will move much faster than Spinning Dragons because Pandemonium actually has multiple cars going at once, which is how it should be. I just still can't get over why Spinning Dragons only runs one car. It makes literally no sense. They essentially have the same layout. I mean, the ending is a little different on Spinning Dragons, but I think that they should be able to run multiple cars on the track without an issue. So I don't know why they always choose to run just one car at a time. I don't know if it's part policy or what the deal is, but that is definitely an advantage that Pandemonium has over Spinning Dragons, is the amount of cars they can run at once. Gonna ride Boss again. I just gotta wait for this train to get back in, and then I'll jump on, see how it's running compared to this morning. Boss is running quite a bit faster than it was this morning, so that's nice. I'm gonna ride this one again in a little bit, but for now let's move on. Looks like it. try this again, see if we can get any better rides than we did earlier this morning. My first few rides were not the greatest, so I feel like I need to improve. Let's see if we can do better now. Got a third screen max this time, which is better than my last few rides, but I still think I can get a second screen max at some point. So let's see if we can get one this time. And I was even in the back row too, so I was like just short. I think it was like 970 something thousand, so I was close. Let's see if we can actually get it this time. Finally got a second screen max, and I could have easily been on track for a double max that ride if there was no one sitting next to me. But the fact is there was someone sitting next to me, so I couldn't dual wheel. And the blaster behind me was also taken, so I couldn't do that either. I had, I think, either a little bit over or right about 850,000 going into the second screen for the first blaster. So I would have absolutely got to start on a second blaster and probably would have double maxed it if there was no blaster, but that's probably what this evening is for. So for now, I'm going to go take a ride on American Thunder and see how it compares to Prowler after riding that a few days ago. I don't think American Thunder will be able to dethrone Prowler because I currently have Prowler in like my top 50, I think it was. I don't know how high up there, but it's up there. So I can't imagine American Thunder dethroning it, but let's still go take a ride on it and see how it holds up. This thing has got a huge line, so I'm gonna pass on it for now. Maybe check back in a little bit. I might check over by Batman, try and get a ride on that if that line isn't too bad. And then see how it holds up to Prowler, or not Prowler, Patriot, sorry. Patriot's the inverted, well, it's fine, Prowler's in GCI, so I wonder how Batman will hold up to Prowler. Patriot, I keep saying Prowler, what am I thinking? I want to see how good Batman holds up to Patriot, because I was not overly impressed with Patriot, and I definitely preferred Batman, because Batman was way more intense, whereas Patriot, it felt like it meandered around quite a bit. So I want to see if Batman's any better than Patriot, which I imagine it is, but I don't know yet. I'll find out when I get over there. I just got 29 bonus balls. This is going to be epic. Oh, gosh, I'm nervous it's going to happen. Oh, man, I'm nervous. Come on, something. I'm here on one angle so you guys see everything. I want to get that one way in the back there, but I don't know. Oh my gosh, get on the monster. I hit it landed on the monster platform a couple times, but oh, jackpot, rolling on the jackpot. Oh, that hit the, oh gosh, scaring me, bro. Oh my gosh, I'm nervous for this. This is gonna be insane if we have the monster. We just at 1560 currently. And there's still that one stuck there for some reason. Oh gosh, this is making me nervous. Oh, you're scaring me. Okay, this is insane. Oh, I almost got done rolling on the jackpot. That literally almost got it. Oh man, these things are epic. Wow, I'm like... Oh, that looks good, looks good. No, not good. Still got 10 left. Oh man. Oh gosh. Come on. Ah! You're left. Oh man, one left. Oh my gosh, what do we get? Another mystery value. I didn't see what the first one was. 13 is the second one, and we should get a jackpot 9-second. What? Yo, it didn't give the jackpot to me? Talk about a ripoff. Still so mad that the jackpot I had did not register. I should have had that. At least it wasn't a monster jackpot that didn't register. That would have been even worse. Still got a decent amount of tickets, I think, but not as many as I've had. I don't think Ryan and I got nearly as many as we did last time we were here. And so now I'm gonna go ride a Batman and see how it holds up to Patriot. And actually, I got the name right for once. I'm not confusing it with Prowler for once. So that's nice. What the walk-on for every row, including the front. Perfect chance to try the front seat today, in my opinion. Batman absolutely destroys Patriot, and it's not even close. I was floored by how intense it was, and dare I say it was one of the more intense rides I've ever had on it. Like, at some parts, like especially in the corkscrews, it felt like it was someone like Batman had over Georgia, and that thing was absolutely a riot when I rode it last year. And this Batman clone, I think I might slide for over Georgia to a still, but it's close. They're really close rides for sure. Definitely glad I got on this to see if it destroys Patriot, and it absolutely does. Patriot was forceless, and Batman tried to kill me. It felt so wild. So now I'm gonna go, I think, go hop on Mr. Freeze again, since I've only ridden that once today, and that was earlier this morning, so I feel like I need to give it another shot while it's warmed up. And I think I might try back row instead of front, but I don't know. I might do multiple rides on it if the line isn't too bad. Just hit my 200th ride on this for 2022. That's pretty good. And we still got, I don't know, about a third of the season maybe left. I don't know, I haven't been keeping track or not, but something like that. And now I'm gonna go hop on Mr. Freeze, since I'm right here and I've only ridden that once in the morning. So I'm thinking about doing it at least once, maybe twice more, or however many times, depending on how long that line is. And the first ride, I am for sure doing the back row, unless the front is a complete walk-on and the back row is a much longer line. Or at least if the front is a short line by comparison. Not sure which one I'll do first yet, but most likely, assuming the back row line is short, I'm gonna do that first, and then probably ride front or back again. I think I'll try like more, but I thought my front row ride was good, but the staple happy ops were a bit annoying, so let's hope that doesn't happen again. Back seat was good, although my head feels like it's about to explode from the positives in my ride. So intense, like it felt way more intense than usual. And I think since the line's pretty short, I'm gonna give the front seat a try. And here comes the train launching right now. Flying down the launch hall, and there it goes. Up and over, and nice. It felt a little slower than usual to launch, but it was still good. Let's go ride front row on this one now. Don't know why this sign says enter both sides when this side isn't open. That's a little weird, but it doesn't make things any more difficult for me, to be honest. Although this morning when I saw that sign, I thought both sides were open. I looked out at the phone, I'm like, what? But, oh, let's go ride this one again. While the back row is good, I think for today, this is the front row ride. The forces felt a little bit better in the front compared to the back, but the back was still good. I mean, I definitely enjoyed it, but I do think that front was a little bit better, at least for today. There have been multiple times where I thought the back row was better, but today's an exception with that. So now I think I might go try American Thunder and see how it holds up to Prowler, because I never did that earlier. Took a backseat ride on American Thunder, and while it was good, it's definitely no Prowler. But I would still take American Thunder over Mystic Timbers, which I think is a hot take because everyone else seems to think Mystic Timbers is the best GCI out there. I was in the back row, and even though I like Prowler in the front more than the back, I still think American Thunder is good in the back row regardless. And I did not hold up the lap bar, mainly because I was fairly stable in the station, but I was expecting it to come down even more during the ride, but it really didn't at all. This made it so I got some good airtime throughout the ride, which I really appreciated, and something I did not get on Mystic Timbers. I think I'm gonna start the marathon a little early today. It's about 4:30 right now, and the park closes at 6. So I think I might do a 90-minute marathon instead of a 60-minute marathon. Just see how many more rides I can get on it before the park closes for tonight. Don't want car 7 right now. I had the Red Blaster car 7, and my spring kept getting caught inside of the vehicle when I tried to pull it out. And whenever I did get it out, I tried spamming it. It wasn't shooting very fast, so that made it ridiculously hard to max it. I need to do better with that. If I can do that by getting a better car, so let's try again with a different car, hopefully. Another ride I would have possibly double maxed it. I had, I think, yeah, I was like 899,000 going into the second screen, so I would have been close to 900,000. Like, I think I could have easily gotten it, but we're about at the last hour. It's about an hour 10 till closing. Let's see how many more rides we can get before the park closes, because the line I saw is getting really short now, so it might be almost time for the constant dual wielding double max rides, possibly, depending on how many people get on with me, that is. Just got the back right blaster, and if there's any place in the car I do not want to be, it is right there. Especially if there's a taller person in front of me. And that happened to me on this ride. Like, it made it near impossible to do well. I feel lucky that I was able to max it because of that. Let's hope I do not get that on my next ride, because that was close, very close call. Fifth screen max. I maxed it right at the tail end, and that was not good. Usually I max it way before it, so let's try again. Today may have had a few rough patches, but it ended out with a bang as I got 2 double max scores. My ride count over today was 18 on Justice League, 3 on Boss and Mr. Freeze, 2 on Screaming Eagle, and 1 on American Thunder and Batman. This will be my last time at this park for, I think, about another week or so. Before you click off this video, please make sure to leave a like and comment if you haven't done so already. And if you're new to this channel, please consider subscribing for more content just like this. I upload content like this fairly frequently, and you want to be sure to turn on the bell so you get notified every time I upload. And you will not want to miss the next vlog, which will be from Kings Island. So I will be getting back there for my 3rd time, and I'll be riding all the coasters again, like Orion, Mystic Timbers, the Beast, Banshee, and all those. And you'll get some new improved thoughts on those rides, so stay tuned for that vlog, and until then, I'll see you guys later.